Fire for Alexander.
The brakes are on fire in
for the amount of debris that's on the track.
Holy, I just lost the brake pedal.
What's going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video now. This is a middle of the day video for me, not something we normally do on the channel, but today we are reacting, not live, unfortunately. I really wanted to do a live stream. I think Imola might just be a little bit too early in the morning for me to do a live stream for. We'll figure it out. If anything, you guys will see a live stream link for this weekend's races down in the comments below. I think Sunday for sure, we should be able to actually probably get a live stream out, so maybe that link will be out, but we will see, because there's a sprint race involved, and then there was this qualifying session, there's more practice sessions I believe involved, and then obviously the Grand Prix on Sunday. There was a lot that happened in the practice session, and then moving into the afternoon session for today. So let me know what you guys think. We're gonna take a look at the Imola Grand Prix qualifying highlights for the first time ever for pretty much a live reaction to it. I know there's probably even more stuff that was left out of the Imola qualifying highlights, so if there's any little things here and there, any things for a certain car or for a certain team, I think we've finally decided that McLaren is the way to go, that Lando is who we're supporting. It's going to be very interesting to see how that sort of goes, because McLaren has been so hit and miss, especially through the first three races. They did so good. In the third race in the Australian GP, Ricciardo maybe not so much. Actually, no, Daniel Ricciardo had a pretty good race. And then Lando Norris took second, I believe, in Jeddah, but the first race was an absolute nightmare. I believe both of them did not finish. So we're gonna take a look at that. Just keep that in mind when we're rooting on people. I don't have any like hate or any teams that I dislike yet in F1, and I don't think I will. To be honest with you, it's been really fun to just sort of get to know the history and the sort of the pageantry of the sport. And you guys have been an amazing community. So this has been a really long intro. We're gonna continue on. Let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can obviously find the qualifying highlights on the Formula 1 page. I made sure not to, have any spoilers in the title, but it is going to be blurred out due to F1. I don't want to lose this video to copyright. So yeah, let's get into it. I do apologize for that.
Oh dear, their brakes on fire for Alexander.
The brakes are on fire in
for the amount of debris that's on the track.
Holy, I just lost the brake pedal.
You just see here.
I hate that he actually knows that. He actually knows that live. Like, hey, something's going wrong. Wouldn't that's 2 minutes into qualifying?
You see something.
That's crazy.
Kind of long comes out. There you go.
Yes, a bit of tubing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not how you like to see Formula 1 cars.
And that's going to be the second time in 2 races Alex Albon starts from the back of the grid.
And guess what? It worked out for him in Australia. It worked out for him.
As he makes his way down this main straight. Bottas crosses the line, goes 9th fastest. Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Ocon, Latifi and Albon are the bottom 5. Ocon and Albon definitely out of qualifying as Mick Schumacher goes 10th fastest for Haas. And that pushes Hamilton now down into the bottom 5 as Sebastian Vettel goes 8th fastest for Aston Martin. His teammate Lance Stroll goes 8th fastest as well. There's personal best being set everywhere on the track by those that are pushing hard. And now Perez goes 5th fastest. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton 14th, right on the cusp. Who's behind him? Russell and Latifi. They could go fastest. Latifi takes the flag, only 18th fastest. Russell goes 12th fastest. Lewis Hamilton does get through, but by the...
What is wrong with Mercedes? Was it like the porpoising, or like... I don't get it. I don't get how they're doing so poor in qualifying. And then it comes race time, and Lewis Hamilton and George Russell find themselves in like 5th or 6th. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm so lost by that.
Skin
They're
of his teeth.
So disappointing.
And what a disappointment in
Yuki.
their home race
for the
AlphaTauri pair of Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly.
No.
Sainz, meanwhile, has the line in sight. It's a 1:18.9, so we dive straight into the 1:18s with Carlos Sainz. Mick Schumacher, who has never made Q3 in his Formula 1 career, along with Joe Guanyu. He's also out there on the track at the moment, puts himself very handily 3rd fastest, made that 4th fastest because Sebastian Vettel has never reached Q3 at Imola and has gone faster.
Verstappen's on a very good lap here. He's managed to go purple sector 1, purple sector 2, but the Ferrari can't get within half a second in the first sector.
And keep pushing, keep pushing. Should come in 2 minutes. Keep pushing.
So they're all fueled up for more than one lap. A 1:18.7 for Max Verstappen. He goes quickest overall. George Russell into the top 10 with a 1:20.7. His teammate Lewis Hamilton struggling again. 1:21.1, only 13th.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
pushes
this is
Russell
just
out
a
of the
nightmare
top
for
10.
them.
Someone's had a moment.
Carlos
Sainz at Rivazza 2,
Oh, he's in the wall.
he's in the wall. And you can see the Ferrari stuck there and has gone quite hard into the wall. That is a...
Holy hell. What is happening to Carlos? And he had a nightmare at Australia too. He had a nightmare at
And if
Australia.
the rain is coming, that is bad news
Oh, there we go.
for anybody
Wow.
outside of the top 10.
Oh, he's just lost the rear, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a
He's
bad
not done
crash.
anything massively wrong, but just wasn't necessary when he was in the position he was. He's going to definitely not sleep well tonight.
And it is not since the Japanese Grand Prix
They got red flags in
2012
qualifying.
that Mercedes have failed to reach Q3. But the rain's now coming down here, and I get the feeling that streak is going to end. George Russell now gets out of his Mercedes. Checker flag is now flying, so they thought no point sending either George or Lewis out. And to be fair, Lance Stroll and Mick Schumacher and Joe Guan Yu also
Oh,
not
poor
coming out.
Mick Schumacher. He really is never going to get to Q3, is he? That's so... I mean, guys, Mercedes out before Q3 again. Lewis Hamilton out before Q3 again. They're going to have... They have so much racing to do this weekend. They have got so much work to do.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Magnussen just dropped it just where... Oh, it was into the tyres.
That could be a red flag as well. Well, if he's got the engine still running and can reverse
Red
out
flag.
of there, yeah, it is a red flag. I was going to say, if he's got the engine still running, it reverse out shouldn't be too bad. But
On you go, Kevin. Don't drop the wheels too far in the gravel. I wonder, can he still continue if he gets the car back? If he's caused the red flag, I can think he can.
well, if he can get back to the pits and it's not damaged, he should be able to.
On the
Wow.
white line.
Yeah.
Just not there, is it?
You've got to stay off the white line.
Guys, I'm calling it right now, which we're going to make a predictions video for this weekend eventually. Whoever's leading when it comes to the Sunday Grand Prix, I don't think... Like, if whoever's leading, I think after, like, lap 20, they will not finish. I'm calling it right now, and I'm willing to bet it's going to be one of the Ferraris. I just have a feeling with the weather playing its factor in
the
Imola,
drawing,
there's going to be so
Oh,
many
look,
bad
he managed
issues.
to get off the brake, put a little bit of throttle in when he was in the
Oh,
gravel.
McLaren
Very
as
quick
well,
thinking.
whether it's Ricardo
And
or
that's what
Lando.
saved him. Look, he spun the rears
I
up,
have a
then
feeling
stopped
one of
it.
them are not
then he's
finishing.
been able to do that
Probably
kind
Ricardo.
of 3-point turn and get going again.
Max Verstappen, 28.3
K-Max
for the
stayed
first
on.
sector, has just gone fastest overall at the start of the lap. Is Verstappen going to leave the best till last in this session? 5.5 minutes to go. Kevin Magnussen, 1:30.035. Fastest time so far.
Oh,
Next
wow.
across the line,
Times have gone
Valtteri
down
Bottas
12
goes second
seconds.
fastest. Alonso after that
All
mistake we saw.
from that
And Alfa
weather.
Minerali only third fastest. Lando Norris now goes quickest into the 1:29s, but behind him, Charles Leclerc has gone quickest through the middle sector, and Max Verstappen has pretty much matched Leclerc through that middle part of the lap, but he's half a second up through the first sector as Sebastian Vettel goes fourth fastest ahead of Sergio Perez, and Daniel Ricciardo now goes quickest overall.
Crofty, you're a pro, absolute pro. There's Leclerc staying away from the curbs as well as he crosses the line. He's definitely going to go to the top. It's just what Max Verstappen can do.
Yeah, we're into the 1:28s now. 1:28.7 for Charles Leclerc. Verstappen goes second fastest and separated by 0.02 of a second. Max Verstappen has just done a 29.7,
Yellow
while
flag.
Charles Leclerc has done a poor middle sector on his latest lap.
And I think there was a Alfa Romeo just on the
Bottas.
right-hand side there,
Bottas
heading
again.
down into
How
Romagna.
many times are we going to have accidents in qualifying?
So Max Verstappen had to back out of that. That was going to be good enough for Paul. Leclerc had already pulled out of that, so...
And that is bad news for Max Verstappen. There is, I think, Valtteri Bottas.
Are they gonna count it? Are they gonna count that for
Verstappen does go fastest overall, 1:27.9, but definitely backed off in that part of the lap.
That's not in question because I heard him lift when we were on board as well.
And I told you Valtteri Bottas is going to be stranded there and is getting out of the car.
Red
flag again. Valtteri Bottas getting out of his car and stopping. And here, at Imola, the track that he's been third on the grid at the last 2 years. He is
Another
hoping,
yellow flag.
as Lando Norris has a moment at Aqua
Oh,
Minerale.
Lando.
Verstappen is hoping he can hold on to pole, and that is going to be another red flag. It looks to me like Norris has stopped
I'm out.
and has gone in a lot harder into the barriers, and that is a red flag, and that is the end of qualifying. It won't resume now, and they know the job's done.
Wait,
and
they
the
counted
drive-
that Verstappen lap? No way.
The reigning champion in the rain here at Imola knows the job is done too. Charles Leclerc lines up.
Okay, so this is the lineup for the sprint. Verstappen, Leclerc, Lando in 3. Lando even with the crash. Lando in 3. Let's go. Ricardo in 6. The McLaren, weather permitting, the McLaren might actually compete this weekend. That's gonna be fun to see. No Mercedes. Carlos Sainz in 10 because of the crash. That's so disheartening. That is so disheartening. Sergio Perez in 7 too. Guys, I think Verstappen should win this weekend. I really do think he should. I just think weather is going to cause a huge issue. This is one of those races where someone like Sergio Perez, someone like Vettel, someone like George Russell, or Lando Norris, or even K-Mag should or could win. They could win. Leclerc versus Verstappen should be the battle up front. I think weather is going to play the biggest factor, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So let me know what you guys thought about qualifying down in the comments below, though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.